This goes out to all the single men and single women. Hi, my name is Anita and I'm with Better Love Movement. I want to issue this invitation to you to join us over on Skool. I want to give you a free 30-day trial to Singles Seeking Soulmate, where you can join us in learning all the relationship skills that you're going to need to find and keep the person of your dreams. Just email me today at info@betterlovemovement.com and I will get that invite sent out right to you. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. I hope everybody's doing well. I am on my way to Charlottesville to pick up my daughter who's having some sort of emergency. I'm not sure why sorry about that. I'm not sure why the music turned on. But I'm on my way to Charlottesville, and I had a topic on my mind for yesterday, but I'm going to give it to y'all today, and it is stop raising your spouse. Stop raising your spouse. Like, I think this is common sense, but apparently there are a whole lot of people out here that because we have made being single some type of curse, like we have a problem with not being in a romantic relationship. We have a problem with not being married or not being in a romantic relationship or not being up under somebody, not being in a friends with benefits or a situationship. We have made that problematic. I'm gonna put my glasses on because it is really sunny. My sunglasses on. And now we tolerate all kinds of fracking. We tolerate all kinds of foolishness because being on our own is like some sort of curse. Like, you gotta be with somebody. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. As y'all already know, I will die alone. Like, I will happily die alone than put myself in a situation with a man who's supposed to be my man, who's supposed to be my husband, and it is a nightmare. Like, I'm good. Like, and it's funny because men think that that's a cope. No, it's not. Not for women my age. No, it isn't. You talk to somebody in their 30s. Talk to somebody in their 30s. Go over there and talk to them about, oh, you gonna die alone, and I'm gonna invest in cat food, and I'm gonna invest in, okay, talk to somebody in their 30s. Baby, I'm 57. I've been alive that long, and now there ain't much that scares me. There is not a lot that scares me now. And the thought of, okay, if it's dying alone, which we all are gonna do anyway, or being with any old piece of man that's just acting up and acting crazy. And let me clarify, it is not a man making $60,000 a year. That's not my issue. It is not a man who's a firefighter. It is not a man who's a postal worker. It is not a man who's a UPS driver. That's not my issue. Okay, that really is not my issue. It's not my issue is not with a man who's 5'9". Those are not my issues. My issues are character. My issues are lack of consistency. My issues are not being masculine. Like, that's what I cannot accept or tolerate. I cannot accept or tolerate a lack of masculinity, a lack of leadership, not being competent, feeling like I have to raise you, like you're my son. And yet I keep seeing women doing this because they just want to have some piece of man. And ladies, I want you to understand something. Even when a man says, I want to come together with a woman and build, right? We're not talking about home training, okay? We're not talking about you being mommy. And that's why, again, men lose their minds when I say women don't nurture grown men. Women don't nurture grown men. We can nurture the relationship. We can nurture our babies. We can nurture our pets. We can nurture our plants. But we do not nurture grown men. You should have gotten that from your mother. You want this mommy-son dynamic. And that is like wildly popular right now. And now, if I'm being honest, I'm seeing older women do this by dating younger men. And again, I don't have a problem with anyone older dating anyone younger. I personally say 10 years. 10 years is as far as you should go in that gap for it not to start looking crazy. So 10 years, I don't have a problem. But when you start dating someone 20 years and 30 years your junior, you have a mother-son dynamic. You have a father-daughter dynamic. And it's weird. And it's weird. And no amount of you coming on the internet and saying that it's totally fine and doing the Darvo technique, oh, you older women don't like it because we don't want y'all. No, it's weird. It's weird, okay? And you know it's weird. But you have to defend this thing that you're doing. But you know it's weird. You know you and that girl, there's plenty of times where she be talking out of her mouth and you don't know what she's saying. You just like, I don't know what she's talking about. She using all these acronyms and all this vernacular speech and you don't even know what she's talking about. Or she, is into something that you know nothing about. So come on, stop playing with me. You know I'm telling the truth. But your spouse is not your child. You are not mommy. You are not daddy. Okay? You're not daddy. So you shouldn't be dating a woman 20 years younger, 30 years younger, and now you got to school her and be daddy. It's weird. It's weird. And just like I said, it gets weird. It gets weird. I've seen it up close. I've seen it up close where a man's dating a woman much younger, and it just starts getting weird. It starts getting weird and creepy. And you shouldn't have to raise your spouse. Okay? That person should be a fully formed adult. That person should have experience living on their own. They should have experience living with roommates, living with family members. They should have experience working a job, paying bills. They should have experience with getting the lights turned on and getting the water turned on. They should have experience in life, doing their taxes, all of the things that adults do. They should know how to do all of that. But a lot of you all, you are, because I don't know if it's desperation, I don't know what it is, but you want somebody so bad that you are choosing someone either your age and they are, emotionally immature. So they could be the same age as you and you're mothering them. And you're telling them what to do and telling them how to do it. And that dynamic will never work for me. Never. Never. I work so hard to get my kids to adults so I can stop telling people what to do. That dynamic will never work for me. Ever. And I'm someone who pretty much most of the men, I would say 90% of the men I've dated in my life are younger than me. I've only dated 2 men in my whole life that were older than me. I married a man younger than me. But I'm not going to play mommy. I'm going to date someone, regardless of their age, that they're a full-fledged adult. They're a fully grown adult. They are not coming to me needing a whole lot of instruction on how to just be a good adult. Now, are there things that I have wisdom in? Sure. There's things that he has wisdom in that I don't know about. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about y'all, paying all the bills. The person don't know about the bills. They don't know how the bills work. They don't know about the accounts you have. And they don't know how to call somebody and get things fixed. They don't know how to find a housekeeper or find a yard guy. They don't know how to get the sticker on their car. The what is it? The inspection is out of the date. And they miss that, and then they miss these other things, and then they don't file their taxes. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. But please stop, because the women are complicit. That's the hardest thing for a woman to come to terms with. And it does. It stings. When I let them know, hey, you're complicit in this dynamic. And you know how this is the biggest red flag. Let me tell y'all the biggest red flag that a woman is going to say about her man, that this is a dynamic that she has created. He's like another child. It's like having another child. I have 2 kids, or I have 3 kids, depending on however many birth kids they add their husband to that number. And it's just mind altering that they don't see that as a red flag. Like, oh wow, this is problematic. And look, I told one wife this last week. I said it's problematic on several levels. It's problematic because it shows your level of respect or lack of for your husband. But it's also problematic because your husband is acting like your child. She thought I was just getting on her. I was like, both of y'all were out of pocket. You're out of pocket for setting up this dynamic and allowing it to flourish, and he's out of pocket for being a man-child. Like, do y'all not understand that relationships are 2 people? There are 2 energies in every relationship dynamic. It's about both of those people. Both of those people are doing something to keep this relationship dynamic going. And it's not about blame or shame. They both, in my opinion, have equal weight in why things are going the way they're going. And they both need to see their part in it. But please, please, ladies, I know y'all want a man so bad. Like I said, it's just, it's so dark out here right now. It's so dark. It's like in the middle of the day. It feels like it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's so dark right now. I know it's hard. And you get lonely, right? I made that video about female loneliness. I understand. I do, but we have to get stronger. We gotta be stronger now more than ever. We can't grow weary in well-doing. You understand? You can't get weak. You gotta have friends. You gotta have girlfriends. You gotta have, true blue friends to prop you up when you feel that weakness coming on you. When you ready to talk to that dude 15 years younger who ain't got no place to stay, who living with his mother, who working part-time. Well, I mean, he asked for my number. Nah. Again, you're complicit in the dynamic that you're setting up. Because what's all fun and games now, a year from now, when that dude is living in your house and living off of you and barely working and claiming he cleaning up and doing this and that while you gone and all that other dumb stuff, you created this scenario. You brought this upon yourself. And I'm not going to feel no kind of way about it. I'm just going to be like, okay, well, I mean, this is what you like. No, it's not. I want a provider. I want a man who's ambitious. But you didn't pick one. You picked this man-child. Because it was all fun and games until the bills came due. Then when the bills came due, the mortgage came due, I don't have a man. I don't have a masculine man. I don't have a giver and a doer. I got a taker. I got a loser. So, nah, I'm good. I'm all right. Okay? I'm all right. And I don't need dangling that bad. Like I said, I've disciplined myself. I've become more focused as I've gotten older. I've become more intentional. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, the space that I am in. I wish I could just sprinkle it on some ladies so they can experience it for themselves. And I get it. If you're young, if you're in childbearing age, if you're young and your hormones are fresh and new and you got all your eggs and all of that, it is going to be harder. It is going to be harder to learn how to just sit down and be by yourself. It's going to be hard because, again, as I state in other videos, God created in man and woman a space that only the other can fill. I get it. I do. But again, we got to keep our eyes on him. We got to make sure we're not out here participating in this dumb stuff. I do believe people are still falling in love. People are still getting married for all the right reasons. Love is going to win. If there's no other way this is going to go. Love is going to win. God has already shown us that. Love is going to win, but you have to stay out of the muck so that when your ticket is called, right? So it's kind of like when you go to the post office or you go somewhere to the meat counter, to the deli counter, and you take that ticket and it's 100 people standing there with a number. You can't walk off. You can't get distracted. You can't go somewhere else in the store and then when your number get called, you ain't there. You're not there to get the person that God really has for you. Okay? You got to pull that ticket. You got to look at that number and look at the number where they at. And you have to patiently wait for them to call your number. That's what I'm encouraging people to do. Stop getting distracted. Stop wandering off. Your number come up and you ain't nowhere in sight. And then they go on to the next. And here you come rushing back. Oh, I was number 28. Oh, too late. Too late. But y'all will be with anything. It's just, like I said, I can't make this up. It's mind altering. It's mind altering, some of these dynamics that women find themselves in. And then the men, these newfangled men, when I tell you, they will sit there in counseling. Let me tell you how wild these are. Like, and even I do my best. Like, I do my best to try to see if I can elicit some shame, right? I don't try to do it directly, but I say, okay, if there's a man inside of this man, I'm gonna elicit some shame with some of these statements. Baby, I don't elicit no shame. They sit there just as blank stared. Yeah, she pay all the bills. Yeah, she take care of all the kids. Yeah, she do this with the car. She do this with the. I'm like, what? What do you think your role is as a man? Do you believe that you should be responsible for your wife and your family? Do you believe that you should have more responsibility than her? Like, I ask questions. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing is asking questions, okay? I kid y'all not. All I do in counseling is ask questions, and I listen to the answers, and the other person listens to the answers, and they're like, oh boy, right? And look, and even after the session, sometimes the spouse will email me, and they're like, wow, you ask questions I never thought to ask. Like, I never heard these answers because those questions I never thought to ask him or never thought to ask her. I said, yeah, I specialize in this. This is all I do all day, every day. I elicit the proper response or the response that you need to hear. That's what I do all day, every day. But yeah, the other person is sitting there like, oh, I had no idea. This is how this person thought. Yeah. You better start asking some questions and some good questions. But honey, I have a number. I'm standing at the deli counter. I've taken a number and I'm waiting. Okay, I'm waiting for my order. I'm waiting for my number to be called. I'm not going nowhere. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing I came in this store for was deli meat. Like, ain't nothing else in here that I want. So I'm going to stand right at that deli counter with my number, and I'm going to look at it and look at the little thing every now and again. But other than that, like, and I may have some conversation with other people waiting, but I'm waiting for my number to get called. So I don't know what time y'all are on. Y'all go walking all around, getting all distracted, losing your place. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm standing right here until my number gets called. Or they run out of meat. Okay? They run out of meat. Okay, then. And again, I keep telling y'all, it's not a cope. I have come to terms with, okay, I may not get another husband. I may not get another man. And, I still have to do what God has called me to do. And let me tell y'all this. God has already told me, look, do you love me? Do you care about me? Are you obedient to what I'm telling you to do? And it's not based on you getting what you want. See, that's a lot of y'all's relationship with God, like Santa Claus. That if you do this, he gonna do that. Or if you do this, he gonna give you this. No. Obedience. Obedience. That's it. I do it just for the love of obedience. I do it because it is the right thing to do. That is a part of my integrity as a person. It's not to get anything. It's just, okay, you told me to do this. And look, let me tell you what I do get. It's what a lot of Christian people don't understand. Let me tell you what I do get. I get a peace that surpasses all understanding. For the most part, 90% of my life, I don't have a lot of problems. That's the thing a lot of people miss. They're not obedient to God. They're doing everything they want to do. And then when they run into all these issues and all these problems and all this heartache and diseases and pregnancies and all this other stuff, well, what happened? Why is this happening to me? It's called obedience, a lack of obedience. When we are not obedient, we will experience negative consequences. So I don't experience 90% of the negative consequences that other people do because I'm obedient. So that in and of itself is a gift. And I'm very well aware of that gift. Like, wow, I'm so glad that I'm obedient. I'm glad that I'm disciplined in my flesh, because if I wasn't, like I wasn't when I was young, I had a lot of negative consequences. Can I be real? I had a lot of negative consequences when I was young because I didn't know how to be obedient. I didn't know how to bridle my flesh. I didn't know how to bridle my tongue. So I've learned all of that now. I am the queen of keeping quiet. Oh, okay. This is what you're doing? Now, like I said, the one thing about me, and my kids even know this, I'm going to put my mouth in stuff that based on the love and the care and just you being a hard head. Like, I'm going to put my mouth in stuff. But my mouth is not reckless. My mouth is not disrespectful. I don't curse, like I said, for the most part. Like, that's just not me. I'm not built like that. But I will put my mouth in stuff in the sense of somebody's got to say it. And I do feel like God has ordained me, to be that person. Like, bring forth the truth. So, like, that's kind of the relationship that he and I have. Anita, bring forth the truth. The truth is going to hurt some people. The truth is going to wake some people up. The truth is going to anger some people, but I still need you to do it. That's kind of the relationship I'm in with him right now. Bring forth the truth. And however people feel about it is how they feel about it. So, yeah, I'm going to put my mouth in a lot of stuff. I'm going to say a lot of things that the average person is not going to say because somebody does need it. And God has made that very clear to me. Do not be quiet. You got to say this. You got to try to lead people to me or lead people to a better life or something. Keep doing that. And that's what I'm doing. So, but do not raise your spouse. Do not choose a man or a woman, depending on who I'm talking to, that is not fully formed, that is not a full-grown adult, or at least wants to try to be, right? It's one thing if you're in your 20s and both of y'all are bumping around. At one point in time, that was me, bumping around, and we both bumping around, but there has to be growth. There has to be progression. Here's another red flag I hear from women in marriages. We've been together 10 years and nothing has changed. We've been together 15 years and he's still the same. We've been together 20 years and I say, babe, when I tell you that if I don't see some sort of growth in a year, I'm good. If I don't see some sort of growth in 6 months, I'm all right. I can't be with somebody who is not willing to grow, who is not willing to learn and to evolve into the best version of themselves. I can't do it. Like, that's me all day, every day. Reading, listening, learning, taking classes, taking courses, trying to learn new skills and new tools. I just watched a video today. Perfect example. I don't know what it is about me and the charcoal grill. Me and the charcoal grill, we have been at odds, okay? My whole life. We've been at odds my whole life. I remember when I was married, we had a propane grill, but it's something about a charcoal grill, and I just love that flavor. I just love the charcoal grill. But I cannot start a charcoal grill fire to save my life. So now, I watched YouTube for about 30 minutes this morning. I clicked on like 10 different videos. I said, I'm going to learn how to do this. I'm not leaving this life. I'm not leaving this life without learning how to get this charcoal grill right. And so I got a new technique today where you take some grease or some oil and you put it on a paper towel and that goes at the bottom. And then you put the briquettes and a little bit of wood chips and you put it in a pyramid. I'm gonna try, but I'm not using any lighter fluid because that's what I really want is to not use lighter fluid. But there was lots of videos on don't use lighter fluid. This is how you're gonna start this fire. I'm gonna learn how to do this. I will not leave this life until I master the charcoal grill. So we're gonna be grilling out today, and I'm gonna master this sucker. Okay, I got a new one. I actually got a little baby grill, and I'm gonna use my old one, but I'm gonna master this thing. I will learn, like I said, I'm just that type of person. I learned how to edit videos 5 years ago. I learned how to edit podcasts. I learned how to create thumbnails, even though I don't. Everybody keeps on me about that. Why don't you have thumbnails on your videos? Because that's, to me, it's like, for what? Okay, sure. I could do it, and I could hire somebody to do it. And sure, people keep saying, well, it'll make a difference and more people will watch your videos and blah, blah, blah. Look, you come in here on the strength of me telling you the truth. Like, you come in here on the strength of me just kicking some wisdom. Okay? I don't want to start introducing too much flash, too much slickness and all of that, and now the message gets lost. The message is the message. That's the main thing. The main thing is the message. Okay? If you need a slick thumbnail to get this message, it's something wrong. Okay? But I have, trust me, I've had people email me, and people even email me that offer to do it. Oh, I'll do it. I may get around to that. Right now, my channel does not make, in my humble opinion, enough money to justify paying someone to edit my videos and create thumbnails and all that other stuff. I just don't generate that much income. So, I may get around to that. But I've learned how to do these things. I've learned about content creation. I've learned about how to get a check from Meta every month. I've learned about how to write a book, how to publish a book, how to edit it, how to format it, how to upload it to Amazon. All those things I learned in the last 10 years. So I'm 57. That means this journey started when I was 47. When I was 47 years old, I decided, you know what? I want to have a platform. I want to write books. I want to have content. I want to create courses. I want to do all of that stuff. All of that stuff is online is what I want to do. 10 years ago. Okay? So, yes, you can learn and grow. And the person you're with should want to do that. They should want to learn and grow. But if you don't see, and let me tell you, so this is what some of the women say to me. And this, oh my gosh. Listen carefully. Every woman who is with a man-child, every woman who is mothering her husband right now, this is what they say. But Anita, how was I to know? Let me tell you how you're going to know. I'm going to tell you right now. And don't you ever forget this. This is how you know if a person is capable of growing. If a person believes in personal growth and they're capable of growing and evolving. This is how you're going to know. You can actually know this in the first 60 days. And this is where they went wrong. And this is why I'm so passionate about this message. You want to ask questions. You want to find out something about this person, about their hopes and their dreams, about things that they want to do, be, and have. Okay, so that's a question that you should always ask people that you're dating. What are some things you want to do? What are some things you want to be? What are some things you want to have? And they're going to tell you. Then you're going to watch. You're going to observe, and you're going to see if any of their behavior is going in the direction of those things. Right? So I dated a guy who was like, I want to make my company, this big, I want to scale my company, and I want to put my product in Target. I want to get my product in Target. I was like, that's a wonderful idea. Like, that's an amazing goal. Like, that's an absolutely amazing goal. That's a wonderful idea. Y'all, in 6 months, he had not done one thing to go in the direction of that goal. I can assure you that if I checked right now, it's been years. So it's been years since he told me that. But I can assure you that if I checked right now, that still has not happened. He is still in the same position he was in 2 or 3 years ago when I knew him. But you don't need 2 or 3 years. You just need to watch a person's behavior for about 60 days. So if I'm all about giving up sugar, and every chance I get, I'm putting sugar in my mouth, or if I'm all about working out, and every chance I get, I'm sitting on the couch eating pizza, or if I'm all about learning a new coding skill, and I'm buying books and then I don't take the course, or I don't look at the videos, or I don't read the books. Like, if I say these are the things I want to be, do, and have, and I'm not doing anything to go in that direction, that's the answer. And you can find that out in 60 days. And guess what? You ain't in love in 60 days. You ain't but so attached in 60 days. If that person is not doing something, some small thing to go in the direction of their dreams and their goals, and this is for them. This is for them. That's why this is so important. This person can't even do what's necessary to get what they want. They can't even keep promises to themselves. And you think they're going to do something for you? You think they're going to change for you? You think they're going to grow for you? They can't even do it for themselves. So please remember that. And I've shared that with every woman. I said, you should have been shown how to properly vet a man. But that's the first thing I do. I ask, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? They tell me, and then I observe every day, every week. I listen to what they say. I watch what they do. And for the record, a lot of these men, they'll repeat it. Over the 60 days, they'll repeat, oh, yeah, I want to get my product in the Target. Oh, yeah, I want to, lose 20 pounds. Oh, yeah, I want to take this new certification for work. They'll repeat it. But if no movement comes, if they don't move towards that goal at all, don't even bother. I need you to walk away. If you meet them, let's say you met a man. This is a real story from one of my clients. She met a man a month ago. He didn't have a driver's license. His license got suspended because of some foolishness. And this is a grown man, y'all. But, it's a process I can go through to get my license reinstated. She's like, okay, great. Like, let's work on it. What do you need to do? And so he tells her all the steps. Okay, great. Like, I'd love to support you in doing that. Y'all, it's been a month. Ain't nothing happened. Not a single solitary thing. And I've already told her, I said, you're done. You're done. Like, this man is not in any hurry to get his driver's license because you're coming to see him and driving him where he need to go and picking him up and taking him where he need to go. That fool would not be getting he wouldn't be going nowhere with me. He wouldn't be picked up by me. He wouldn't be taken nowhere by me. Like, whatever he was doing before I met him, that's what he would keep doing. Just so I could see, is he serious about getting his license? But no, she makes the mistake that every woman makes. Let me give and do. Let me overfunction. Let me prove. Ooh, let me go here. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Let me go here. Ladies, when are y'all going to come to terms? This is in the Feminine Principles. See, I'm giving some of the feminine principles away. Before the book even come out, I'm telling you what the feminine principles are. When are y'all going to realize that the more you do don't equal the more he like you? The more you give don't equal the more he respect you. When are you going to figure that equation out? That's not how that works. But y'all really believe that just like school and your job, that, when I work hard at school, I get good grades and I get praised. And when I work real hard at work, I get raises and I get praised at work. Men don't work that way. Men don't work that way. I hate to break it to you. That's not how men work. Y'all apply the same formula to school and to work that y'all do to men and wonder why it don't work out, because men don't work that way. It's not her responsibility to help him get his license. Exactly. I just keep telling women, like, yeah, y'all are, you just all backwards. It's all backwards. You think that the more you give and the more you do and the harder you work, and like I said, and then they get mad at me when I don't do nothing. And men are buying me televisions and putting them on the wall or sending flowers or taking me out to eat, or one guy took me car shopping with him. He wanted to get a new car, and we went car shopping, and it was fun. I'm not going to lie, it was fun. And then after that, we went out and we ate. We walked around a park here in Richmond, a beautiful park. And, I was like, thank you. Thank you so much, I mean, well, what else did you do? Nothing? Even the men on my channel, well, what did you give him? What did you give him? That's their question all the time. What did you give him? Honey, I know how men work. Okay? I understand, finally. Now, I didn't when I was young, but I do now. I finally understand how men work, especially masculine men. You sleeping with them is not going to make him like you. It's going to make him like himself. It's going to make him feel like he's the man. Oh, my gosh, I still got it. I got me some poontang. And I really didn't have to take her nowhere or do nothing. I didn't have to, see. Oh, he gonna like somebody, all right. He gonna like himself. Giving him some poontang ain't gonna make him like you more. That's not how that works. You got to see what's genuine. I apologize. My phone overheated. I did everything that they told me to do, and my phone keeps overheating. So that is my sign to get an iPhone 16 or 18, whatever the new one is. I need to get a new iPhone. So I have a little fund. I've been putting money away so I can get a little iPhone, get the new iPhone, because my phone overheats. My phone overheats, y'all. I don't know what it is, and I did all the things that the Apple people told me to do. But anyway, what we was talking about, you giving a man sex is not going to make him like you. It's not going to make him like you or like you more. We have to determine his level of interest before he has sex. And I hate to tell y'all ladies, but, you know, again, you giving up sex, that can actually squelch his liking you. That can actually take the wind right out of his sails, because he's like, oh, that was easy. You know, I barely put forth any effort, and I got this dopamine hit from this person, and now I'm going to move on. There's no challenge. There's no, you know, that was relatively easy. So no, you have to see how he feels about you before you're interacting sexually. And remember, we're not doing things the worldly way over here, right? Don't come to me with, oh no, that's how I meant. No. We in God's economy over here, right? We're in God's economy. I want to know how a man genuinely feels about me. And I'm not giving him free sex because, again, if I were giving out $100 bills on a corner downtown, yes, plenty of people would get in line. Some people would get in line more than once. But they would take their $100 bill and go about their business. That's what most people are going to do. So no, that doesn't determine how they feel about me. If they like me, that doesn't mean anything. So respect yourself. There has to be some self-respect, that I am not going to lay down with strangers, because that's what you're doing, whether you want to admit it or not. You're laying down with strangers. You're allowing strangers to be within your energy field and you in their energy field, and you don't know anything about them. You don't know if their energy field is positive or negative. You don't know their traumas and their wounds and their karmic experiences, and you're inviting all of that into your world. For what? For a nut? Please, like I said, come on now. Come on. That don't make sense. And nowadays, it's not even safe. That's what's mind-altering about women out here giving their bodies away. This is the most unsafe time we've ever experienced in our world. And y'all are giving men access to your bodies, your homes, your children. Like, come on. We got to do better. We have got to do better. But I hate to break it to you, ladies. The more you do and the more you give, that makes him feel good about himself. That doesn't make him feel good about you. That lets him know he still has it. That lets him know that he has access to something he really didn't earn. Like, yep, oh wow, that was easy. That's great. And again, just like free money, sure, he'll get in line, he'll get him some free money. Everybody will. Nothing about that is surprising. But how many people, if I said, hey, I'm giving out $100 bills, and what I'm going to need you to do is stand on one foot for 30 minutes to get one. How many people are going to do that? How many people are going to do something for 30 minutes to get the $100? Something hard. That's the difference between $300 and actually doing something hard to get $100. There's a lot more people that are going to say, nah, I'm good. Nah, I don't have time. Nah. See, because there's work involved. And that's the fastest way. I keep telling y'all, that's the fastest way to know what you're getting in a man. Is there needs to be some cost. There needs to be some cost to access you, your body, your life, and y'all are, there's no cost. You're making it free. I just don't understand that. So we started off talking about don't raise your spouse. And that's where I'm going to end, okay? Which is, I don't expect a man to do it. So here's how men raise their spouse. Men raise their spouse by not holding women accountable. They raise their wife by allowing bad behavior, by allowing her to disrespect them, by allowing her to be emotionally just immature, right? Emotionally immature and emotionally weak. That's how men raise their women. And they treat them like little kids. And guess what? She's going to stay a little kid. She's not going to be able to have your back. She's not going to be able to be there when times get rough. She's going to stay a little girl and giving them princess treatment and all that other crap. No, she's a grown woman. And if you should have to, hey, I can't do what I normally do, she should be pulling right up behind you. Whatever it is that's going on in the house, and you're like, hey, I'm injured or this or that, I can't do it, here she comes. She should be coming right up behind you. But the fact that a lot of these women just break down, oh, well, my husband do that, I don't know how to do that, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. But a lot of men, you are raising your spouse, you're treating her like a little child, and you wonder why you feel you all are getting these man-childs, getting these grown boys. You don't have any standard. You have no expectation of manhood. You have no expectation of masculinity. And but you want to be with somebody. You want to be with somebody with something swinging between his legs. You want to be laying next to somebody with a beard. So, I got somebody. Yeah, until the bills come due. Until something hard needs to be done. So something masculine needs to take place. Now all of a sudden, he's like another kid. It's like I got 3 kids. But it's always been this way. What's the problem? This is what you set up. And then telling him what to do all the time. I can't stand it. I can't stand a bossy woman telling him what to do and telling him how to drive and telling him how to do it. I can't stand it. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I'll see wives do it and it drives me bonkers. Like, shut up. Stop talking. Let him be a man. Let him figure it out. And how about this? Even if he come to you and he asks you, be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You're like, that's going to be my response. I don't know. You know what you're going to do? Have you figured it out yet? That's what you're going to get from me. No, I need to know that you are a man. You know how to handle your business. But a lot of women, y'all set up this dynamic, and then when that's your reality, day in and day out, and you have all these physical ailments, you have these mental health symptoms, you're doing all this stuff that women were not designed to do, and you wonder why. You're having fertility issues and health issues and all these different issues. Is because you are the man. You are the man in a female body. And he is having a good old time. He working his little 10-hour-a-week job and taking his little course in coding for maybe 3 hours a week, and he might wash a load of clothes, or he might take the dog to the groomer, but he living a good life. He living good. And you stressed out, and your hair falling out, and you look crazy and all that, and then he come wanting some sex. He want to climb on top of you. Oh, Lord, I cannot even imagine this life. It's some of the lives that y'all live that I just can't imagine it. Because my life is so full, it's so peaceful, it's so quiet, it's so, amazing. I just can't even imagine it. It's like, and I be listening to the stories like, oh my gosh, how did we get here? So please don't raise your spouse. You're going to see it early on. I've given you the one tool that will help you to see if this person is capable of growth, if they're capable of change, if they're capable of evolving. And if that doesn't happen, what I told you to look for, then no. That should be the number one thing that you're looking for in a partner, is someone who can grow, is someone who is willing to grow and change and be better. But if that person is going to remain the same, and you come in my office, oh, it's been 10 years and nothing changed. It's been 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. Well, you might as well just stick it out now. Can I be honest? You might as well get the trophy for the longest running, the longest running dysfunctional marriage. Why are we trying to end now and think we're going to start over? Just go ahead and rat it out. Get the trophy for the longest dysfunctional marriage in the United States. Okay, just write it out. Because you don't put up with it for this long. So I don't understand. I don't understand. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. Thank you for supporting the channel. As always, everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. You are welcome to send me an email if you want to come into Skool, info@betterlovemovement.com. We'll be meeting tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be talking all about the top shelf wife. I will be giving the ladies the blueprint for what is a good wife. What are the qualities of a good wife? That's what we'll be talking about this week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Have a great Sunday. And as always, stay open to love.